GS section, again, you need to focus on the basic syllabus first. We are very much afraid of the current affairs. A lot of magazines are available everywhere. But basic books, basic subjects are the key to clearing prelims. Polity, economy, these two are of utmost importance. At least 35 questions, if you examine, 35 questions are from these two subjects only. From 100, 35 is a significant proportion. And then there is history, geography, environment, and science and tech. Okay, so I'll be discussing the resources which I used. You can have your own resource, and how I covered my current affairs section. You can have your own opinion on that. So beginning with polity. Polity, as we all know, the Bible is Lakshmikant. There is no other substitute to it. You have to read it. But how to read it? If you begin from the first chapter and go on to the end, it will be very monotonous and you probably will end up remembering nothing. So this is not my strategy. This I heard in one of the toppers talk, where what he did, that if he is reading judiciary, he'll begin with Supreme Court, then High Court, then subordinate courts, then Lok Adalats, and whatever comes in that. Similarly, if you're covering legislature, go with that flow. Central, state, PRIs, Panchayati Raj institution. Similarly for executive. If you are understanding in that flow, it will become very easy for you to make a comparative analysis. What the differences in their power is, their jurisdiction is, what are their limitations, number of members that should be there in the Lok Sabha, Raj Sabha, state legislature, what are the criteria. It becomes, when you compare and study, it becomes easy for you to understand. And if you see the main syllabus, there is a particular area where we say that we compare our constitutional, our polity structure with that of the foreign countries. So if you have understanding about our structure, you can easily make notes of other countries and compare. It becomes very easy for us. Okay. So this is how I'll suggest you go about polity. And for polity revision section, I'll suggest you 2-3 chapters are very lengthy. If you have seen Lakshmikant, center-state relations, parliament, these two are very lengthy. If you are able to minimize it through your notes, because all other subjects, all other chapters you can revise, there are hardly of 10 pages, 12 pages, not more than that. And one is fundamental rights, which is lengthy, I think. Rest are very small. But I'll suggest that if you are able to make your notes, consolidated notes of at best 2-3 A4 sheets of these chapters, draw, for example, this is an A4 sheet. Draw a line between it and make your notes like this. Have small writing. I'm telling you this. It will not reduce that if you use 10 pages, have a lot of content. Same content can be covered with small writing, but what it does, it creates a psychological impact that I just have to revise 3 pages. And believe me, while revising, this helps a lot. So this is what I did for these 3-4 lengthy topics that I had my notes, so that whenever I had to revise Lakshmikant, I had very less things to revise. For constitutional and non-constitutional body section, what you can do is prepare a chart like this. For example, CVC, CBI, there are other institutions. What you can do is prepare an A4 sheet for constitutional bodies and non-constitutional bodies. Keep it in horizontal way. Keep it like this. You draw it, chart, appointed by. Okay, tenure, powers. What are the powers? How can they be removed? Have 4-5 blocks of it. What this will do, you will be able to revise very quickly all these. These are almost 18 to 20 chapters if you look at Lakshmikant. So if you have this chart in your hand, just 2 pages of A4 sheets, you will be able to revise at crunch situation, because we usually get confused in tenures. Who appointed them, how they will be removed, what is the panel that will select them, specifically CBI, CVC and CIC, we usually get confused. If you all have read it once, you will understand. So this happens. So try and make this A4 sheets and prelim specific notes.